TAO Te Ching 35. She who is centered in the Tao can go where she wishes without danger. She perceives the universal harmony even amid great pain because she has found peace in her heart. Music or the smell of good cooking may make people stop and enjoy, but words that point to the Tao seem monotonous and without flavor. When you look for it, there is nothing to see. When you listen for it, there is nothing to hear. When you use it, it is inexhaustible. Holding the great image in its hands, the whole world comes to it. Come to it without hurting each other. There is safety and peace. Music and good food make guests stay, but Tao's words come out weak and flavorless. Look for it, you can't see it. Listen for it, you can't hear it. Use it, you can't exhaust it. So the person that is in alignment with the Tao, that is identifying with the Tao, and their body is in the likeness of the Tao, they have the ultimate navigation. Again, the breath itself is the GPS and the navigation and the Wi-Fi, and the consciousness is using the breath as its vehicle, and the breath is using the body as its vehicle. So when those are all in alignment, even if the body is being subjected to a pain, because pain is just a language, it's a body language. So even the body is being subjected to a pain, the identification is in the Tao, and the Tao is complete. The Tao isn't in pain. It isn't the body. The body is what's in pain. The Tao is in the body, or experiencing the body. So that discernment, once that discernment is there, a person can endure pain and not identify with pain. You know, if you're identifying with pain, if you're identifying with the body, then you're identifying with the language as opposed to the speaker of the language. So, again, music or the smell of good cooking may make people stop and enjoy, but words that point to the Tao seem monotonous and come without. Since the words of the Tao, it says they're without flavor, they're paradoxical. They seem monotonous. They seem like they mean nothing. True. They're saying true, eloquent words aren't true. True words aren't eloquent. So so many things they seem monotonous, but they make perfect sense if you can look at the paradox and pierce that void, I guess, of the paradox itself. So if you look for it, there's nothing to see. If you look for yourself, there's nothing to see. If you listen for yourself, there's nothing to hear. If you truly use yourself, you're inexhaustible. If you make yourself useful, you make use of yourself, then you will be truly inexhaustible. But that's just, again, the identification. If your identification is it stops at your flesh, then you're exhaustible. You have a quantified tank at that point. But the true identification has no limit to its potential. So again, it can't be it's ineffable, so it can't be heard, and it can't be encapsulated in an image. So again, it comes down to the identification. Even though it says holding the great image in its hand, here the world comes to it, it's saying hold large great image under the heaven or towards. There's no pronoun in any of the first three lines, so it's tricky to say who or what is holding the image. Some translate this as his hands, meaning the sage, or your hands, but based on the rest of the chapter, we prefer it meaning the Tao. You could also eliminate the pronouns entirely and read this as grasping the great image, the whole world comes. So, holding the great image in his hands, I'm looking at it like being the Tao, the world comes to you. Because manifestation is attraction at some level. They're the same. So the Tao comes to it without hurting anything, hurting each other. There is safety and peace. So again, it's just the likeness. Again, really, I feel like there's always going to be safety and peace in the Tao. It's the good man's. It's the bad man's refuge, and it's the good man's treasure. It's ever available. And in that, it's safe, since it is ever available.